Nerdy Sports Fan here with the Week 10 pregame of the Packers versus the Dolphins. Now, this is kind of weird. I mean, you wouldn't really expect a team that has had so much quarterback success to be so far behind in the rankings, and then a team that has had, just leftover parts at the quarterback position be doing much better on their season. It's strange to see this, but yeah, the Packers have just not been able to put the wins together. And I couldn't tell you why. I mean, they're a talented group. They've got a good number one wide receiver, they've got decent running backs, and they've got quite possibly the best quarterback in the league in Aaron Rodgers. And they just can't seem to get out of their own way. Miami, on the other hand, again, leftover parts at the quarterback position. Their top wide receivers hurt. But Adam Gase just has that team working better. So, this is going to be an interesting game. I don't really know how to call it. I would say the Packers are favored in my mind just because they're desperate. If the Packers don't essentially win out, they're not making the playoffs. The NFC is very strong, and they're very far behind the Vikings in that division. Yeah, they need to put some wins together. McCarthy at this point is coaching for his job. If they don't put wins together and finish the season strong, he might be out on the streets at the end of the year. So, the Packers are going to be a solid bet. They're just more equipped for later in the season runs with a more experienced coach and a better quarterback. I would expect them to put some games together. They're probably not going to put together enough to save McCarthy's job, but in this game, I would expect them to do well. Miami they don't have a quarterback, and there's only so many weeks where you can say the coach is going to be able to put together a good enough game plan to win in spite of the quarterback. I think Gase may have run those options dry, too. Other teams seem to be figuring out what they're trying to do with Osweiler. So, yeah, I would say Drake is, at this point, the only viable fantasy play on the Miami side. So, he's more of a running back 2 to a flex play as well. I'd really avoid them at this point. On the Packers side of things, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are absolute locks to start every single week they're healthy. So it's going to be an interesting game to watch. It's probably going to be relatively close. I do, however, expect the Packers to win.